So welcome to this video on time mastery. In the previous video, we've understood how to set up your goals and how to put the task related to your goals into your calendar, right? So I have shared a Google Sheet with you. You can use a Google Calendar. If you are used to using Google Calendar, you can put the same things on your Google Calendar as well. But I just prefer to use this Google Sheets. It becomes much easier for me. So it's up to you. Now, why do you need to put this on your calendar? Right? So basically what we did is in the previous video, we have identified the task that we need to do on daily basis or on a regular intervals, which is going to get towards our goal, right? So we have identified all those activities which is going to get you towards the goal. Second most important thing that we spoke about is that you got to be consistent with it, right? Today, if I decide that if I have to lose weight and I'm going to say that I'm going to go to gym, I need to commit. I need to ensure that I go to gym or I work out in some form or the other form every single day, right? But if I don't, then I'm never going to achieve my goals. So, why putting that in your calendar is important? Now, I would talk about this. So, a lot of you here would have attended a lot of webinars, right? You start your day, you make your to-do list for the day, and at the end of the day you see that, oh, I have not achieved anything. It's just one thing that I've been able to achieve. Do you know why? Because there's a notification which came to you about so and so webinar happening, which gives a bold promise, or you came across an ad when you're scrolling on Instagram or on YouTube, you signed up for it and you started attending that webinar. Now, guys, let me be very clear. Just attending any webinars is not going to get you closer towards your goal. But on the contrary, what is going to happen is you are going to lose out on the time that you would have dedicated for task that's going to get you closer towards your goal, right? I'm not saying that the webinars are bad, but just attending webinars because you're just listening to it, you're not implementing anything. So, strategies and just listening to things can never get you results. You need to implement things, right? So, for that, you need to do calendar blocking wherein you have all your tasks already assigned at specific timing. So that's the reason why I have spoken about, like, for Monday, it is like you are planned that these are the things what I'm going to do at 7 a.m. This is thing that I'm going to do at 8 a.m. This is what I'm going to do at 9 a.m. So you've already planned things. And if there is a slot which is empty, then you can attend anything that feels important for you, or you could also dedicate that time for the things that you like to do. So say for example, if you like to watch movies, or if you would like to go for a nature walk, or if you would like to speak to your friend, you can spend all that time in the available slots. But I'll tell you normally from my experience. Say, for example, I have planned to read a book for 30 minutes. And, when you start getting into this, the book is so interesting, it hooks you, and you would want to complete more, right? So, there's some extra time which goes in the every task you do. So, say, for example, I know that video creation for me is going to take 1.5 hours, but it always exceeds the time. So there is always a good thing that you keep a buffer, right? So say for example, I'm assuming that I'm going to complete this task in 1.5 hours, but I'm going to keep another 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes a buffer. So in a day, you need to keep at least 1 hour or 1.5 hours as a buffer so that you can complete all your tasks. And towards the end of the day, it is going to be fulfilling for you that yes, you have been able to complete your to-do list, right? And that's the reason why I've shared with you that on the left hand side, it is the things like you know exactly what am I going to do on Wednesday at 3 p.m., right? Because you've already planned this, and this is the activity that you will be doing every week, right? So you have things planned for you. You need to, like, if you are uncertain about certain things, so say for example for me there are one calls which comes up, right? So I have kept few slots which is dedicated for one-on-one slots, and I give only those slots for my prospects to book on that time, or for my customers for that matter. So you need to plan your thing in advance, and that is how you will be able to successfully proceed with this program as well. So I want each one of you to dedicate a specific hour of the day for this program, wherein you know that you're going to watch the video, you're going to do the assignments, right? You're going to do some reflection, right? So say for example, I have told you to do, I mean, you watch the video, but it takes some time, right? So each time I learn things, I don't implement it directly. Like, it depends upon the topic. Sometimes you want to just think about it, absorb it. It takes some time, right? So you have made notes when you are watching the video, and then you want to go through it. You need to understand it. You need to store it in your memory so that you can implement it. So divide your time accordingly for the program so that you can stay committed to this program, watch the videos regularly, and complete your task by every Thursday. So, three aspects of your life that we are currently focused on, which is your health, wealth, and relationship. Because if one of these areas gets affected, trust me, you will never be able to succeed with your business. Okay, if your relationship is not working well, it is going to constantly affect you emotionally, mentally, and you will not be able to deliver your best. Because uh, right now, when you are planning things, when you are learning things, you need a lot of mental clarity for it. And if your mind is preoccupied with certain things, it's going to be difficult. So the goal here is that all these three areas of life is being taken care of. Plus, we are also looking at the things which gives you joy, right? So in your available slots, the slots that you have, so plan, like for me, say for example, I like to go for hiking. So I plan hiking once a month or once in 2 months, depending upon the frequency that you would want to do. But it has to be all planned so that it does not come at the cost of the task that you were supposed to do. Now, another thing that I would like to talk about is that at any given point of time, okay, we as human, we don't like saying no. So anytime somebody would come and tell you that, oh, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Right? people would invite you for parties and stuff like that. So you need to figure out what are your priorities, right? Now you have a fixed schedule, although you're working from home, right? So people take it for granted. I mean, this was a big challenge for me when I started working from home. People would feel that you're working from home, you're available all the time. So, Monica, you're available at any point of time, and they would call me up. And it become very difficult for me to manage my business and my personal life, because you go for something to help somebody, your 3 4 hours is gone, and like you have completely lost the rhythm, right? And if this keeps on happening on recurring basis, then it just becomes very difficult. You cannot stick to your calendar that you have set up for you, and you start doubting yourself, right? So the whole point here is, once you start keeping up to this, right, you are going to feel much more confident that on a regular basis you are getting those wins. This is what I have decided for myself, and yes, I am achieving all of this on a daily basis, right? And once it first starts with days, then it's weeks, and then it's months, and you will see that you are easily able to achieve your goals with the path that we are going to follow. All that is required is a commitment and consistency from you. So that's it for this video. All I request you is to set specific time for the program. When are you going to watch the videos? When are you going to work on the assignments? When are you going to reflect back, right? So at times we need some time to reflect back. So divide it, dedicate time for your coaching. Like, what are the hours that you're going to dedicate for your coaching? What are the hours that you're going to dedicate for your family? It could be for your partner, for your kids, for your domestic course. Just block it on your calendar so that you're very clear that how much time you are sparing for your business, how much time you are sparing for yourself, for your health, uh, for your personal development, for things that you are learning. What is your priority right now? And when you're learning things, I would not suggest you to learn more than 2 things at a time. If you're following a program, commit to one program at a time. I do not say that it's only my program that works, but if you're going to watch 2 programs, you are going to get confused, right? And when there is confusion, confusion leads to inaction. So I don't want to happen that with you, right? So follow one mentor, follow one path at a time, so that you can just keep on doing things and achieve your goal. So that's it for this video, and wish you all a happy weekend.